Okay, welcome to part 2 of answering some Sonic questions, or if you want to look at it in another way, getting the second edition of getting some Sonic stuff off my chest, or answering some questions and all that. But again, as I ended at part 1, the reason I did those, the reason I framed those covers, like I said, is because one is the first gatefold cover of the comic, and it's the 225th issue, and it's also the last time you're going to see the characters the way they are, apparently the way things are going. Now, this, of course, like I said, is done by the former head writer and artist that was before Ian, and it's also the cover of right now the only box set that the series is going to be released in. Not saying it won't be re-released again, but you know, who knows. But anyway, that's why I did it. And it's like I was saying, the reason I did it is because I heard that some other people had done similar things. You know, there's a guy over at the a Rescue Ranger website, very known Rescue Ranger website, that, as I've mentioned before when I did a video about those two, had taken the cover A of the first issue released by Boom Studios last year and had it poster sized. Yeah, he had it poster sized, folks, and he hung it in his room. He actually had a picture of it. He actually had it poster sized to about this size, I believe, but you'd have to be like, you'd have to turn this thing this way to get the idea of what I'm talking about. He had it that sized. So, and that is my main goal for the 225th issue's cover, is to make it poster size as well, and probably put a poster frame on it or something like that. You know, to answer another question though, that I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to know about, is, you know, there's a lot of people that feel that they are better writers and better artists than those currently working on the comic. And some feel that they could have given us better options than what we as overall fans have gotten. You know, some have gone on DeviantArt and have gone on the certain Sonic sites and all that, and have given us alternate endings to 225. And I'm pretty sure they're going to give us an alternate ending to 230. But again, it all depends basically on you know, which fan you believe is the better head writer or is the better artist, who you think would be more eligible to take that position. You know, to me, it's more about the fact. It's more about the fact that, you know, we could say we have alternate. We can go out and say, oh, we want to do alternate things. We could give you a better ending. We could write a better story. We can write a better prologue and all that into a story arc. So, you know, they have, you know, and I believe they can. I mean, honestly, I've read some fan fiction stories, folks, that are Sonic based, either SatAM based, Sonic X, Underground, a combination of all Sonic, if you will, every Sonic show, even the comic book. And I have to say that, you know, these people do a great job. In fact, you go on DeviantArt, you can read some of these fan fictions, and even if you go on DeviantArt, you can also see some of the fan art as well as at SaturdayMorningSonic.com at the fan art gallery section. You can see them, and they're pretty damn good. This is pretty damn good art, to the point that I'm thinking, man, if these guys ever got hired on to do the artwork for the comic, they would do a great job. So, you know, to me, it's more about the fact that, you know, people have their opinions, but until they finally have the option or have the opportunity to prove themselves as being better than the current writers on the book, or the current head writer on the book, then only then will they be, basically until they get that opportunity, they're only going to be able to give us their alternatives, you know, through fan fiction and through sites like DeviantArt and Furfinient and SatAMSonic.com and Saturday Morning Sonic, you know, stuff like that. They're only going to be able to give us those their opinion in that manner, or their versions in that manner. You know, another thing a lot of fans ask me about is my fan vids. You know, they wonder why I do certain fan vids the way I do. Well, the reason I do certain fan vids the way I do is because it all depends on the song. I know I've done some fan vids on the Sonic franchise that have been good in some eyes, awkward in others, and negative. But it all depends on the song. And that's how I look at it. Either it's a Sonic Girls fan vid I do, a SatAM one, a Sonic comic based one, Sonic Sally, romance, whatever. It all depends on the song. So, I know there have been some songs I've chosen, some are like, do you really want to go with that song? It's going to make you seem more like this than you want to. And the thing is, it all depends on how you look at it. And I look at songs and look at the positive of the song. So that's why I choose it. And I also do it because, you know, it shows I'm a fan. And, you know, you don't get, and the thing is, you know, you can't be a fan of something unless you show more than just, oh, your support for the comic and all the show and all that. You got to show more of that. You know, and in closing, one other thing people have been wondering. I mentioned this earlier. You know, Flyboy feels that the story thing's gonna end sooner than it's expected, and you know, he could be right. But you know, the last time we thought something like that was gonna happen, the last time we thought something that we felt was gonna go, you know, that was being proposed to go a long ways, and we felt, it's not gonna happen. It's only gonna be for this many issues. The last time we felt that way, folks, was with the Iron Dominion arc. You know, a lot of us didn't like the Iron Dominion arc. A lot of us didn't care for it because we felt it was too long. It really didn't accomplish anything. And the fact that it got spun off into a 4-part story arc in Sonic Universe, you know, still, it's kind of like, you know, we thought about, it's kind of like, you know, just like now, you know, we're thinking, some of us are thinking, like Flyboy and a few others, that it's not going to last too long. This whole thing with Sally being the way she is and this and that, it's not going to last too long. But folks, we've heard this argument before with the Iron Dominion arc, and the fact is, look what happened there. It lasted for about a year or so, a little over a year, about a year and 2 months actually, almost. So we can't really say, we can't really come out and say, this is what's going to happen because that's what's going to. We're just going to have to, you know, let it play out, and you know, that's just about it. So that's all I'm going to say. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Thank you for watching this video. And I am out. Have a good Saturday.